Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Hobo Plays TimeGuessr. Got a pretty good score yesterday, I think 48,000. Should have been a bit better, just forgot when the Paris World Expo was. I need to remember that one for the future. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have football match. This is a World Cup Germany match when they won the World Cup. I remember that purely because I bought my wife this jersey. I think she still has it, to be honest. It was quite iconic at the time for when they won the World Cup. And I believe we were living in Ireland at the time, which would put it in 2014 because we were watching the finals match in a pub in Ireland. So that's definitely where it was. Now, where was this hosted? Oh, we can see here it was Brazil. Yep, that makes sense. This is definitely the finals match then. I assume we're in Rio. That's the most logical one. Let's see if we can find a stadium. Okay, I can see a couple off the bat here and here. Let's see, what's this one? Let's pluck it here for the moment. What's this one called? Doesn't even have it on here. That's not really any use. What about the other one? This one has a team's badge on it. I don't know if they would have used that for the World Cup. Banco de Brazil. Nah, we'll leave it at the other one. I think the other one makes more sense. It's a bit more central. Let's go for that. 2014. Yes. Oh, one point off there. 71 meters away. The wrong end of the pitch, unfortunately. Okay, hundreds of photographers taking photos during the 2014 FIFA World Cup final in Brazil. Okay, next round. Okay. We've got some newspaper sellers. Espantos que esta mañana en Feria. Okay, El Universal Gráfico. It's definitely Spanish, 100% Spanish. Do I see any place names? I think it's South America or Central America, looking based on what the people look like. Not seeing any place names there. What about this one? Últimas noticias. Revolution. So revolution mentioned. Are we at the time of the Cuban Revolution? Could be. Although I don't really think this is Cuba, just based off what I've seen so far. But we'll look again in a minute. This manhole cover looks quite American, which makes me think we could be in Mexico, because Mexico City has more similarities with North America than anywhere else. This building here also does. We have had a round of newspaper sellers in Mexico before, so is this Mexico? Would the people kind of fit for Mexico? Could be, it could be further south, but this building style looks much more North American than it does South American. I think these buildings would be too big and too Americanized for Cuba. But I think it's going to be around, we do have a revolution mentioned, so it might be around the time of the Cuban Revolution, which I always forget the year, but it's in the 50s. It's either 53 or 57. I'm going to go 57. And I think I'm just going to put it in Mexico City because that's the only real guess I've got here, to be honest. Pretty central is where we tend to go in Mexico City. Let's go for it. It's 56 and it was Mexico City. Okay. So yes, the Canelitas, the newspaper boys trying to sell the daily paper to a photographer in Mexico City. So it's the same thing we've had before, a newspaper boy in Mexico. Okay, we have, let's just double check here if it's Japanese or Chinese. Well, it's Taiwan, I believe. That's the shape of Taiwan, so it would be Chinese. Taiwan's sometimes trickier because they use more traditional characters, and it does say Taiwan right here. They often use similar fonts to what you use in Japan, so sometimes it can be a little bit confusing. Got a Watson's here, which you get in China and Taiwan. I think you'd probably get them in Japan as well. Right, where in Taiwan are we though? So, are we going to be in Taipei here? Changda Road, I believe that says. I'm not sure if that's DA. I can't quite read it. It's a little blurry. Size of the city would work for Taipei, but it is a lot. Oh, I think it does say Taipei on the road there. I just saw that. So that's helpful. Probably not going to be able to find a Changda Road in Taipei. It's a massive city. But we're probably quite central, so we'll have a quick scan around. Although, looking at it, I don't think it's even worth the effort, to be honest. Is there any particular district? I think we'll just go in the center here. Taipei Brewery. I wouldn't mind visiting there. I've never actually been to Taiwan. I would like to go, though. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go just in the middle here. It's fine. Now, what year is this? We have face masks, though that's not necessarily COVID era, just because face masks are far more common in Asia before and after, well, before the pandemic for sure. So, although we have a few, let's go see if we've got any obvious dates around. This woman appears like she might have an e-cigarette in her hand, possibly. Oh no, is it a phone? It's just a thumb. But I've got phones, so we're fairly modern here. It could work for post-COVID. Just gonna see if there's any dates littered around anywhere. Not so likely. Phone numbers. I think with the number of masks, I think it still possibly is during COVID era. So maybe a 2021 will work here. The vehicles match that era. And we do have phones. Let's have a look at this guy's phone. That looks like a fairly modern phone, so yeah. Okay. Let's go 2021. We shouldn't be too far off if it isn't then. Oh, it was present day. So yeah, the masks are still quite common. That's the tricky thing. It's hard to say there. People queuing up to take photos on the Rainbow Six crossing in Taipei. So it's a famous crossing, and we were over here. There was zero chance I was going to find that. It's not even marked on the map. Is it on the satellite? No, it's not even on the satellite either. So, okay. Interesting. We have a load of chairs flying up in the air or being thrown. Okay, we're in France, I would think. Café La Maris. Oh, I can't see what the rest of that word is. Marican or Maricnan, no idea. It's probably Paris. French riots. We've had French riots before. I can't remember when they were, though, unfortunately. I think there's been plenty in France over the years, though. I think this does fit for Paris. Yeah, I would say it definitely does. Now, what year did they have the riots? We can look at this car in a second and see. We'll just go in this area. Okay, this vehicle. Looks post World War II. 50s possibly. What's about the fashion? hard with these longer overcoats to see. This guy seems like he's being pelted with chairs, or is he kicking a chair? I'm not really sure. This car here looks like it could be early 50s with this front grille. Yeah, even to mid 50s. 55 might just be a safe bet here. Could it be earlier? It's possible. I'm gonna go 54. Let's go for that. I think just in case it is earlier. That's 50. Wow, it was Paris. Okay, communist protesters throwing chairs towards the police during riots against the publication of the memoirs of Nazi SS officer Otto Skorzeny in the French newspaper Le Figaro. Never heard about that before. Yeah, I could have gone a bit earlier on those cars there. Okay, we have... Is that Michelle Obama? It looks like it. It's George Washington. So I assume we're in the White House here. Is that Jimmy Fallon? It is Jimmy Fallon. Okay, so we're in the White House, I would assume. Don't know why they're doing a sack race. I assume this is the White House, but it's not a room I'm familiar with in the White House. It's not going to be the Oval Office then. Is it in the West Wing? Oh, don't know. We'll go in the West Wing. Maybe that's probably not. It could be in the hallway. It could be. It's not going to be in the central area. Could be the East Wing. I don't really know. But we'll go West Wing. It's fine. Now, when would this be? Would this be during their presidency? Surely it would be during Obama's presidency. Probably later on. I don't remember Jimmy Fallon. I can't remember when he started on the... What's the show he does? The whatever late show it is. But I don't think it would have been as early as 2008. But obviously... Obama was in 2008 to 2016, so like a 2014 might work. Hard to tell. If Barack was in the image, it would be easier to tell the year just based on his hair color. I think I'll go with 2014. It's not going to be too far either side. I'm just hoping it's not super early, but let's go for it. It was 2012, and it was right in the center a bit there. So First Lady Michelle Obama participating in a potato sack race with Jimmy Fallon for an episode of Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. Okay, final score. Shouldn't be too bad. Similar to yesterday. 48,457. Okay, let's have a look at the breakdown, see where we lost the points. First round, lost 1 point in Brazil. Don't think there's much else we could do about that one. Next one, 1 year off in Mexico. I'm happy with that one. That wasn't an easy round there, but the newspaper boys is something we've had before. And the revolution, I don't know if that was referring to the Cuban Revolution or not. Relander, you might be able to tell me. I'm not sure. Next one, Taipei. Fairly easy Taipei round. The tricky because of those masks, really, there. I shouldn't have... I even said that it was going to be tricky, but... next one, 4 years off in Paris. I think that's where we lost the most points here. Should have gone a bit earlier with those cars, but 50s cars aren't my strongest suit, especially European one. I'm a bit better on the American 50s cars. And then 2 years off, easy, well, fairly close. And I didn't expect it to be over here, but never mind. Okay, let's have a look at the leaderboard. Anyone beaten that one? Relander, very good. Oh, is that your personal best? I think you may have beaten my personal best with that one. 49,964. So you must have got perfect years on everything to get that score. What's my personal best? I think it is 49,946, I think. So I think you're just ahead of me. Well done. That's a great score. Then myself, then Panda, 44 for Clergo, Waka, 41, Duda, 40, Fridge, 39, Figbug, 36. I think the Mexico round probably got a couple of people there. Okay, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.